Hey everyone, it's Dolly. Hope you're having a great day. I'm on today because I want to share an altered golden book that I just finished and that I've been working on for quite a while now. And the reason why it's taken me quite a while is because I work on it slowly here and there when I can. So it's actually been a few weeks that I've been working on this, but I finally finished it and I wanted to share it with you guys. So if you guys know, I love creating or working on junk journals. They are a big stress reliever for me. When I'm able to work on one, I just feel relaxed. And a lot of times I'll do it in front of the television. I'll have all of my paper laid out. It's a big mess. I have created junk journals before, but never have I created an altered golden book. I have been collecting the used golden books. I have been going to thrift stores and looking for them here and there. And I gotta say, they are very limited where I'm from or in my area. Once in a while, I'll go to a thrift store and find a few here and there. I've managed to find a few on eBay that were in, I guess, decent condition. But for the most part, if you can find one or a few at a thrift store, you're very lucky. And I noticed that a lot of my friends who do the thrift hauls, I see some of them can buy them in bundles. I was fortunate a while back to find a Christmas set, and it was really reasonable. And I found that at a local thrift store, but I haven't found anything like that since. Anyway, this Mother Goose is one that I found at a thrift store, and it was in okay condition. I can't say it was brand new, of course, but it was in good condition. It wasn't torn. All the pages were there. So I decided I wanted to do a junk journal with the Mother Goose book that I found. And I wanted to make this for a friend of mine who I felt might enjoy it, or I hope she enjoys it. And this is actually for my friend Nadia C. And Nadia, if you're here right now and you don't want to see the inside of this book, I'll give you a little while before I open it to go ahead and exit, sweetie. If not, you can feel free to stay and watch. And so the reason why I wanted to make this book for my friend Nadia is because I feel like she might appreciate it or she might enjoy it. Nadia was kind enough to send me a really sweet letter, and she loves crafting, as all of us do. Unfortunately, sometimes, things in life can happen where we have to deal with either health issues or life issues. And, sometimes that can get in the way. I know that just in the past few weeks alone, I've had things happen where I was unable to actually do my crafting. For example, my mom, who deals with arthritis, I know she has a hard time when she's not able to do her gardening or she's not able to cook her meals. And it's a struggle. It really is when we cannot function normally as we would like to. And it's a pain. And I know sometimes we have to kind of step away from the things that we love to do most or take a break from it because of challenges or obstacles that might come our way. And so I wanted to create this book for my friend Nadia because I wanted her to have a book that she could journal in and a book that she can look at that hopefully will make her smile. I know I love reading and looking at golden books only because, well, specifically because they remind me of my childhood and because I love all of the illustrations. They're just so darn adorable. And I've always loved the concept of these children's books being turned into the junk journals because they're so much fun. And you guys, this junk journal, the tutorial that I use, which I'm gonna link below, is by my friend Pam Vanny. And if you guys are sub to me, I'm sure you know Pam as well. She makes the most beautiful junk journals, and she especially makes a lot of the golden books. So this was inspired by Pam, and so I did use her tutorial, which I have to tell you was the best tutorial that I have ever seen when it comes to the step-by-step, because she actually did it in several parts. So Pam, your tutorial was awesome, and I highly recommend it to anybody who's going to be creating a first time junk journal using a little golden book. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. This is like I said, a golden book that I created using the Mother Goose Little Golden Book by Eloise Wilkins. And I believe Eloise Wilkins does illustrate a lot of these little golden books, and I just love them. So as you can see, the spine itself is about 2 inches in width, so you can fit quite a few. Like I said, I followed Pam's tutorial, and this is a 2 signature book, which I like that because it makes it a lot simpler, and it went together pretty easily. And I chose the fabric. I got this fabric at Joann's, and I just used some trim. This trim I think was gifted to me by one of my friends, and I also used various ribbons just to create this little tassel. I've also made a few beaded ribbons, and all I've done is I've taken a thin piece of ribbon here and dangled some of the beads that I have onto each of the pieces to create, you know, a little bit more of a fun tassel. And then on the spine, I've used buttons. This is the first junk journal that I've created where you could actually see where I sewed my signatures in. And I think with all of the golden books, a lot of them are made so that you can actually see the where the signatures are sewn in. It just makes it easier. And a lot of the ones that I watched on YouTube did include buttons, and I think buttons give it such a cute look, and so I decided to use my floral buttons, and I thought those looked really cute with this. And the front is just very simple. Like I said, this is a more used book. It's not brand new because I did get this at the thrift store, but that's the whole purpose of doing the Altered Goldens book, is to kind of save the older books and recreate them. And so here's the back. Same thing with the trim. I just used a little trim there. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the inside. I've also used this little latch. I forget what you call these, but this is a Tim Holtz latch. And all I've done is I've punched a hole in the back and used one of my buttons and used a knot so that this just goes through and can close. I've made it loose because I want Nadia to be able to include more things in this junk journal and not have a hard time closing it. So basically when you close it, you just have to push it down and it closes. I wanted it to have an easy closure. I've also created some paper clips using beads, and these are probably the easiest paper clips that you can ever make. I think that they give it such a cute, dainty, and sparkly look. I love working with beads, and it's just so easy to thread these through these plastic paper clips. One of these days I'll show you guys how to do them. It's really quick. And so let's go ahead and open the book. The very first page is just the cover, and what I've done is I've created a little library card holder and the little library card, and that goes right in here. And then the first page is just a vellum page. I had a couple of pieces of this beautiful vellum paper, this floral paper, and I love that. So here is the first page of this Mother Goose golden book, and of course I did not remove any of the original pages. All pages of this book are included. And so this is just the back. And so my inserts include this little doily. I've created a little pocket with this little card that she can journal on. And that just goes right back in there with this floral sheet. And then this is a tea-dyed or tea-stained, coffee-stained actually, paper that I had from a while back. And then another pocket here with some inserts, the giant tag she can journal on here, and another postcard which she can also journal on. And then I've added just a lined piece of paper that she can write, you know, anything she wants. She can use this as a diary. She can use this as like a devotional book. She can do whatever she wants with it. Here's another piece of the golden book. I love all of the pictures or illustrations. They're just so adorable. And then here, my paper clip. And this is just a piece of two-sided or double-sided printed paper. And there's a belly band here. She can use this to stick postcards or even pictures. And then this is just a page that I've coffee dyed out of a music book, and then just a blank page that I've coffee dyed. And then this right here is just a page from, I don't even know, one of my older pads that I never used this page, but I thought it was cute because it's lined and she can definitely write on this. And then this cute little card that just says thinking of you. I thought it was cute. It's got a little Indian on there, and I just love that. I thought she can journal on this as well on the inside if she really wants to. It just made me happy to see that picture. I just love that picture. Another coffee dyed lined piece of paper. Another piece from the golden book. And then this right here is just a little tuck spot using a doily and more journaling area. Right here is a little pocket. So I didn't really put anything in here, but she can stick pictures or memorabilia in there. And then the other side is a fold over pocket with a tuck. So here's more journaling room. And that tucks right inside that doily. And then this folds right up. And there is a pocket in here so you can stick all kinds of things in here. This is just a large tag that she can use as a photo mat or whatever she wants to do with that. Another part of the book page and another coffee dyed page. And then here we have a Dr. Seuss flashcard and it says jam. I thought that was cute, and that goes right in this little tuck spot. Another tuck spot on the other side. This is just a card that is an invitation, but I thought this print was so pretty with the birds, and I love how these two coordinate. And then again, a two-sided paper that was pre-punched on the border. I thought it was cute. I just folded that over. And a little pocket. There's some journaling room here. And that just goes right back in this little pocket. And then here is another little pad that I've created, which consists of 3 pages, which she can journal on. So as you can see, this book really does have a lot of spots for journaling, and that was the purpose. I wanted her to be able to use this for that exact purpose. Okay, and then the next page consists of a little vellum pocket, and all I have in here are some cards. This says girl, this says dress, and some place for writing or journaling. And I thought those were really cute. They look very vintage to me. And of course, this is where the first signature is tied off. And I've just added this cute little vintage piece that has a snowman and some little kids with their scarves on. So this is the other side of the vellum envelope, and it's just more cards. This one says learning to be a lady. And this is just a cute card that has a little banner picture on it. I love these vintage cards. I think they're so cute. And then just some eyelash trim here. And as you can see, I have added lace and trim throughout this book on various pages, so it gives it that more kind of lacy look, lacy feminine look. Here's another two-sided sheet and a belly band that she can stick more pictures or even postcards in. And then here is another coffee dyed paper. And then this is actually not a part of this golden book. This was taken out of another children's book. I had this large book and I had used it for another journal, so I had several pages left, so I decided to incorporate that in here. And then this right here is just a cute card. It's a Hallmark card with a dragonfly, and I figured she has lots of room for journaling on here, so I wanted to include this card right in this pocket. And this is just an envelope. I thought it was such a pretty envelope. It looks like a dollar envelope or a money envelope. And she can use this to keep, miscellaneous things in as well. So on top is also a pocket. I don't have anything in this pocket, but she can slip pictures in here. And this is probably the largest pocket in this book. So there's plenty of room to fit, large size pieces in here. So she can definitely do that. And then here's portions of the book. This is another piece of paper that I had that I coffee dyed, and this had flowers on it, and I thought that was so pretty. Here we have a pocket with a little coin envelope. She can stick more pictures or whatever she wants to put in there, she can stick in there. And this cute little postcard. It's kind of vintage. It looks like a ticket. More journaling area, and again, tea dyed or coffee dyed paper, coffee dyed note, music note paper, two-sided paper, and a part of the golden book again. And then I've included a lined sheet that she can write on. And then again, another pocket. This just has a card in here, which she can use as a photo mat or she can journal on. And of course, again, more paper clips. And then here's another coffee dyed paper, another pocket. And this right here is just a little stationery. I thought this was really pretty. It's just very plain, but it's in a peach. She can write or journal in that. And then another card, this says springtime. I thought this was really pretty. And then here's another pocket or a tuck spot using half a doily that's folded over and some tags. And these are kind of, well, this one's vintage, and this is again from the Dr. Seuss pack of flashcards that I had purchased from a vintage or from a thrift store. And it looked pretty old, so it's not really vintage, but I know it was pretty old. This right here is part of the book. And again, piece of vellum paper. This was the one that carried over to the front. And then another piece of vellum, part of the book, and another tuck spot with cute little birds, and then N for nest. And then on the back, it says nuts, next, now, never, and I've added Nadia because N for Nadia. All right, so then here's another postcard. Here's another tuck spot, and you can also stick that in here or in there. You could add, as you can see, there's plenty more room in this book where you could add additional things, and that was the purpose. I didn't want to make this too bulky, and I wanted to actually make this looser so that she could include more pieces in here. Another pocket with a flash card or a postcard, and another piece of paper that's been coffee dyed, part of the book, and then that same paper that I love the colors in, and a shaker tag that I made a while back. It just says simple things. And this is another card, Project Life card. And then some coffee dyed ledger and journal paper. I forget where I found these, but I may have printed these off the internet, but I did coffee dye them. And then this is just kind of an odd page. I wanted it to have a side pocket, and so it just has a little bookmarker that you can insert in this little area right here, and that just goes right in there. And then right on top is another pocket, and there's another little card in here. Another piece of the coffee dyed ledger paper, part of the golden book. Some of the coffee dyed paper, and this is part of that other little book that I had that was a nursery rhymes book that did not come from this golden book. And another pocket and another card to journal on, piece of vellum. And this one here is the closing of the second signature, and all I've done is I've taken these cute little die cuts, one of a beach umbrella and one of ice cream. She can write on here and it just dangles. I thought that was a cute way to just end these strings or to finish off those strings. And then here's another pocket with a card with an apple. I think these birds are so cute. And then again, this is part of that nursery rhymes book. And this is part of the actual golden book. And then the coffee stained paper. And then this is again double-sided paper from that same paper pad. I have this, it's a 12 by 6 pad where all of the edges of the bottom are already have this scalloped cut. So I love that. And then more coffee dyed paper, another pocket, part of the book. More coffee dyed paper, another pocket. As you can see, there's quite a few pockets in here. So there's definitely room to insert all of your goodies, more cards, and then this right here is another card that I thought was so cute. It says, "Join the caravan of those who have turned their faces to the sun." I just think this is just so cute. This is a Mary Englebright card. And I've had this card for a while and I was just saving it because I think it's so, so cute. And that goes right in there. And then a part of the book, and we get to the end of the book. It's just a piece of vellum. And you guys, that is it. That's my golden book, junk journal of Mother Goose. And I really hope that Nadia enjoys this book. I plan to send it to her this coming week. So I was really happy that I had a chance to actually make this, because now I do want to make more. I have purchased some, like I said, more of the vintage golden books that I absolutely am in love with, and I can't wait to create more of these. It just takes time, but you know, they're perfect for me because I work in increments, and on some days I have maybe an hour to work on my crafts, where others I might have 2 hours. And then sometimes I'll come home and I'll work on it for 15 minutes and that's all I have. But regardless, it does get finished. So I want to thank you guys for stopping by and visiting my channel. And I hope you enjoyed this project share of this altered golden book, my very first one. And again, I will link the tutorial for Pam Vanny below. Thank you, Pam, for your tutorial. It was so helpful. And I will see you all soon. Thanks and have a great week. Bye-bye.